demonstrating focus, fortitude, and leadership. During her time here, Dr. Leight has been and continues to be a role model and leader to the female students in the physical education department, showing them not only what they can achieve within their profession, but also showing them how to achieve it. Her mentoring style is to lead by example. She has been described as an enthusiastic and dependable teacher and administrator, a hard worker who is both conscientious and cooperative. She has shown evidence of being an excellent leader, willing to assume responsibility, is passionate about being a faculty member, and has a very clear lens on best practice teaching. She is always available to provide guidance and support. Her honesty and integrity is highly valued and goes without saying. Her opinion is not often given lightly or without heartfelt thought, and I know that firsthand. She supports all women across campus, be it faculty, staff, or students, with her professionalism and personal ethics. Now, my own personal experience with Dr. Leight would be that when I was a sophomore at Slippery Rock, I magically got an email one day that I was asked to be on the board for our P Club, which was great, but I had no idea how I got there. Dr. Leight was a big, strong influence in that. I went from being the treasurer to the president of the P Club with her guidance and her help along the way. I know there were many late-night phone calls and text messages. What am I doing? Where am I supposed to be? How do I even do this? And she helped me not only work here and now working in my career, but she secured a grant so that myself and 3 other girls were able to go to a national convention at no cost. Drove to Indianapolis, and for no cost stayed there and were able to expand ourselves and network professionally as well. Dr. Leight is like my calming influence when I'm at these things. She directs me where I need to go, who I need to talk to, who I probably should talk to. And she was always here in Slippery Rock, somebody I could count on for a Friday lunch with Sis, or somebody who I know if I needed to call her in any kind of situation, she could come pick me up or lead me where I needed to be. So Dr. Leight was definitely like a mom away from home for me. And I know that she probably is like, what are you talking about? But she truly, truly was. Between her and Sis, I definitely had 2 people away from home that I knew I could always count on. So it is with my great honor to present my friend and my colleague, and most of all my mentor, Dr. Joanne Leight.
You should back the clean up here, so more of a lead off there, but we'll see. Thank you, Leslie. It's truly an honor to receive this award. I'm humbled to be included among the phenomenal women who are listed in your program. Congratulations, Karen, and Sierra, and Becky, and Leah, to her. Thank you, Sis, for nominating me, and I especially like to thank my peeps at table 4. I have been blessed with some wonderful female mentors here at Slippery Rock. It's hard to believe that it's been 29 years since I entered SRU as a freshman. Yeah, I had no idea in 1983 how big an impact Slippery Rock would have in my life. And had some amazing women while I was a student, an athlete, a coach, and a faculty member. I'd like to highlight just a few. First, there was Dr. Bobby Braden. How many of you know Bobby? She became my academic advisor in my sophomore year and took a 2.5 student and made her a 3.9 student in just 1 semester. She set goals for me that I had no idea I could reach. She was strong, tough, and one of the brightest individuals I've ever met. She believed in me, and I in turn started to believe in myself. When I returned to the Rock in 1996, Bobby mentored me through my first year as a faculty member, before retiring in 1997. Then there's Dr. Pat Zimmerman. How many of you knew her? She was my field hockey coach my freshman year, which was her last year of coaching. From Dr. Zimmerman, I learned that it was okay to be a strong, confident player on the field and a gentle soul off of it. Dr. Ann Griffiths? She was dean when I was hired. I will never forget sitting in her office interviewing for the position of head softball coach and instructor of PE, and having her tell me that although it was not required for the job, I needed to get my doctorate. And I clearly remember nodding yes, and thinking there's no way. But I wanted the job, and you all know Dr. Griffiths, so, and don't tell her this, but she still kind of scares me. But she was right. 4 years later, I started my doctoral program at Duquesne, while I was still teaching and I was still coaching. 4 years after that, I finished. I will always thank her for planting that seed. For my colleagues in the department, Lynn Spadini-Taylor, Mary Beth Miller, and Tracy Zillifro, I learn every day what commitment and dedication to one's passion is all about. They work hard for our students and are positive role models for our young women in the program. I am honored to work with them every day. Finally, a mentor who became my friend, Jan Kaznovich. I've known Jan since I was 18 years old. She was my softball coach here at the Rock for 3 years and my field hockey coach for 2. Most of who I was in my 16 years of coaching was because of her. She was a woman of character, a coach who was passionate, strong, and dedicated. She had a knowledge and enthusiasm for the sport that was infectious. Her players loved her and played their hearts out for her. She showed me how to be a woman of faith, staying true to your convictions in even the toughest of times. She was my coach, my colleague, my mentor, and more importantly, my friend. I remember during hockey season, my senior year, we were on the bus coming back from Shippensburg. I don't know if you remember that. I was graduating in just a few months, weeks actually, and I had no idea what to do with my life. I clearly remember walking to the front of the bus, which I never did, and talking to Coach K about what I should do. She told me about a softball coaching job that was available at Westminster College. I called her friend Marge Walker, a Slippery Rock grad, who hired me for the job. After 3 years of coaching, I was hired full-time at Westminster after I completed my master's degree here at Slippery Rock. I spent 9 years at Westminster as a faculty member and as a coach of 3 different sports. It was the perfect place for me at the start of my career, and Marge became a wonderful mentor to me. Marge has since passed away, and I do miss her, but I have her retirement rocking chair in my office. It's a possession I value very much. If it wasn't for that conversation on the bus with Coach K in 1987, my career path could have been very different. You know, I'm at an age where I see more clearly than ever how the people we know, the ones we interact with and listen to, influence the kind of people we become. To be mentored by such strong, smart, wonderful woman as I was, is there any greater gift to a young woman starting out? I'm always aware of what a profound responsibility it is to offer support and guidance to the young women I know at Slippery Rock. I want to encourage them to be the best possible version of themselves, to be true to themselves no matter what comes along. We live in a crazy world where one media message after another, young women are invited to follow paths of success that seems far removed from their highest good and their greatest potential. I had the invaluable experience of being mentored by a woman who trusted their own personal wisdom as they navigated life. They taught me to listen to my own heart, to develop my own intuition, to trust in God, and to keep doing the right thing. I think the best mentoring relationships do that, and I think we women can do that for each other at any age. Every time you encourage another woman to trust her intuition and reach for her dreams, you are her mentor. I think we women owe each other that, and we all deserve nothing less. Thank you very much for this honor.
Thank you. And again, congratulations to all of the recipients. You absolutely deserve it. I'd like to conclude the program tonight by introducing our guest